you don't like me, that's cool.
They don't gotta
I
like you,
like
sis.
me.
Listen here. I don't even. What state are you in?
I'm in Texas.
I'm in Michigan. Okay,
Oh,
and
you up there with
I
that snow?
oh baby, we cold up here. We real cold. Okay, we real cold. But I can feel you in Texas. I'm in Michigan. I'm in Detroit, Michigan, and you good with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful soul. Beautiful soul.
Thank you so much. I
Beautiful
appreciate that.
soul. I can tell that. Like I felt that. It was everything genuine. It was everything that like and that's the reason why you on this panel. That's the reason why I'm talking to you because I'm like I gotta invite her. I gotta invite her. And there was one more sister too, and I couldn't remember her name right off yesterday, but I'll remember it now that we're talking. It's Sweet Pea. She's always in the chat too on Ab TV when I go in there. And you and her, we always vibe. Just always just great energy. Energy begets energy. You feel me?
Yes, ma'am.
Energy begets energy. And you have good energy. She has good energy. Attachment goddess has good energy. Grateful has good energy. Like, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Disaster or not.
I know. I appreciate it so much. I've been thinking about it ever since you asked me. Like, wow, because I never get asked to do anything or I don't look to do anything. But when you asked me that, I was like, I feel like building 2023. Like, step out
Yeah.
of my little box, stop being so reserved, an introvert, and build with the same people, who have the mindset as me or more.
Yes. 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 And let me tell you, can I tell you how I reached out to you? Can I tell you how that happened?
Well, I said, I don't know how this lady got my TikTok. Oh,
Listen. I don't do social media like that. Everybody who knows me knows, right? So I probably go on
uh-huh.
Instagram like once a week, right? I have all the platforms. I got a TikTok, I got an Instagram, I got a Facebook. I might post, I haven't posted anything probably since September, right? So I was on YouTube and you did a short. And when you did the short, I watched it and then it went to your TikTok. It showed me the name of your TikTok. So I said, oh, I'm going to follow her on TikTok. And so then that way tomorrow I can ask her if she wants to be on the panel with me.
Yeah, and then I'm getting the messages. I'm like, wait a minute, who is this person? Then I seen it's Miss Me. I'm like, oh, okay, she good, she good. I like her, she
Yeah.
good. But
I'm gonna tell
then,
her
like,
nervous.
I
I
was
don't think
going,
she's gonna think I'm weird. I don't want her to think I don't want her to think I'm weird, but yeah, no.
no, I don't think you weird. I like you. But I had to catch myself because I'm an Aries, but I got a little bit of Gemini in me. So I was gonna be like, I'll come up there, but I don't chop it up with such and such. Then my mind told me, don't be negative. Just concentrate on building. She don't need to know all that. And that person ain't gonna be there anyway. So now we here, we good. I'm ready to build, even though I sound like
Hey,
a vacuum
hey,
cleaner.
it's all good. Listen, from one Aries to another, okay? That's right.
Oh, that's why I like you. That's why. We the gods. Us Aries,
Oh
we on
yeah.
top.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, we come in peace, but we stand in war, baby. All the
Yes,
time.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Fire energy every time.
That's right. Much love and respect, Big Dog Philly OG. Much love and respect, Elizabeth Young. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We come in peace, but we stand in war most definitely. I was just telling them, I was like, salute DJ Katat. What up, though? It's still your birthday. But I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I think in the future I want something like the goddess of war, some type of thing like that. Like that's a thing for me. Like I just want that because I resonate with my Aries zodiac like 100%. 100%. I
Yes,
don't know
ma'am.
what happened to Attentionist Goddess and Grateful. I'm just gonna see. Let me see. Let me put a little bit of sound to this. Um, put a little bit of sound, little bit of sound. What we got? Welcome, Autonomous Goddess. Thank you for coming back.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I was trying to get my dog quiet, but he's not cooperating. So excuse the noise.
No worries at all. It's all in love. It's all in love. Definitely all in love.
So did Grateful make it?
She didn't make it back, but while we're waiting on her, we're going to go ahead and do how we discussed and just everybody introduce themselves and just say a little bit about, whatever you want to talk, your passion, things of that nature. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. My name is Empress Goddess. Namaste. I'm usually in the chat. My passion is finding who we were and building on our culture. And I'm basically here to build with the sisters on this. What is it called? Aboriginal Women's Day. Aboriginal Wednesday. Yes, ma'am.
Aboriginal Women's Wednesday. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are so. It's much love to you. So welcome to. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm just ecstatic, like right now, about just everybody that I asked to come and everybody that's here, because I just really want to build with you, ladies. Who wants to go next?
That's beautiful.
It is.
I want to go next. I want to go next.
Hey, Cut Tech! Happy belated birthday!
Hey, shout out to the Aboriginal Women's Wednesdays with IsmIsMe.
That's right.
That's right. Hey, you want to send Grateful an email invite? She was still in the other live. I'm going to end that live over there. And you ladies have a great evening. It's nice to see you guys. I'll be in the chat.
You as
Thank
well.
you. Yeah, Cut did a great job on the on this picture here. I'm so appreciative of it. It's so beautiful, I think.
It is. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like the epitome of how I see myself as a woman. Yeah.
Hey, sis, do you see that? You see how to put it up and take it down?
I was not paying attention.
It's over there. It's in the brand, and it's at the bottom of the first. You should be able to see it. So you can pull it up and take it off as you need it. You ladies have a great evening. I'll see y'all in the chat. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, this picture makes me feel like this is how I view myself as a woman, the symbolism of it. And I thought it was a beautiful picture. Another sister did this picture, and I reached out to her because at some point I wanted to interview her. She does artwork on different women. It looks like a lot of Aboriginal women, just in a lot of imagination to it. Is really beautiful, and I wanted to like kind of talk to her one day to see what her inspiration is and what her thought pattern is behind each piece she does. So who wants to go next? Who wants to go next to introduce themselves?
I'll go.
Okay.
I am the Autonomous Goddess. I didn't hear what we were supposed to do besides.
Just introduce yourself, sis, and just a little bit about yourself, your passion, what it is, what your intentions is for this build between us.
Okay. Yes. My intentions is to build, to learn, to share, and hopefully we can support each other. Everybody does something. Well, not everybody. I don't really do anything like that. But, like, for example, the lady with this artwork, I would love a piece. That's beautiful.
Yes.
And all these... Go ahead.
No, go ahead, sis. Go ahead. You good?
Yeah, that was basically it. It's just a chance to share.
Very good, very good. Yeah, her name is Ava Ruiz, and I actually found her looking for images on Pinterest, and I came across it, and she was linked to a website and her YouTube. So she had about like 40 some followers, and I'm like, why aren't more people following her to see this artwork? So yeah, I definitely followed her. Like I said, I would love to have her on the panel one day so we could like kind of talk to her about her artwork and support as well. Who wants to go next for the introduction? Peace to the gods and the goddesses in the chat. Peace to Supreme Chief Holiday. Chief Crazy Overstanding. Thank y'all for coming. Next, who wants to go next, ladies? Don't be shy now. Who we got left?
Okay, I'll go ahead. Hi, I'm Daisha. Currently, I am studying at Michigan State in neuroscience, so I plan to take that to go to med school, hopefully.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's huge. Neuroscience. We need everybody everywhere.
That's right. We do.
Everywhere.
Daisha is a wonderful person. She has a brilliant mind. Beautiful, strong Aboriginal woman. For sure.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you ladies.
It is definitely a pleasure. Did we miss anybody with the introduction? Did Grateful go?
Is Grateful here now?
Yeah, she's here. Grateful, since you there?
I am. I'll introduce myself later.
Okay, you good? Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Well, I am Ism. I'm a lot of names though. I am Ism. I'm Zura. I'm all of those people. So, but I'm Ism, and this is Aboriginal Women's Wednesday. I wanted to do this to bring us together with Aboriginal women focused topics so that we could share and build and create legacy for those who will come behind us, and for those who are listening and I just want to share. I just want us to spread love and it to be all in love, so that we can have a better understanding of who we are and what we're purposed for. And I'm so happy to have all of you goddesses on the panel with me tonight. So to kind of pick up on what we were talking about before we left the other stream and came to this one, I think we started kind of talking about dating and what that was looking like for people. I'm in a relationship, so I'm not dating. But what are your ladies' thoughts on the dating scene currently today?
I too am not dating.
Yeah, I'm not dating. Count me out. But I would say in this day and age, it's going to be getting harder and harder to find the things that you would have in that Black love environment. I'm only saying Black because that's what everyone refers to themselves as. But I don't think like in the 60s the love was different than what technology has done today.
Most definitely, I agree. Definitely agree.
So
It was very different. I'm not dating now, but I was dating about a year ago, and it was rough. It was real rough, and I was coming out of a very long term relationship, and so it was really rough for me. It was a lot of differences, um, opposed to how it had been 15 years prior to that. So yeah, most definitely. And everybody's doing everything online, like you said. Technology did everything's digital. The pandemic ruined dating, I feel like, for people, because you start now everybody wants to date online. You want to do the duo. I can do FaceTime with you. I can talk to you on Facebook Messenger, and people are dating like that. So we don't have that human touch anymore.
I definitely agree with that, but I would also like to say that a lot of women nowadays are more in their masculine energy than they are in a feminine energy. So a lot of times when they're dating these men, they're trying to be the provider and they're trying to do everything. So then they get tired out a lot more times within the relationship because the man isn't pulling his own weight at the end of the day. So
Well, that's a good point to point out that women are more in their masculine energy. What do you guys think about that? How does that look? Does that bring some type of dynamic to the union of a man and woman that'll hurt it?
What does one mean when they say in their masculine energy?
so
Because I've been in my masculine energy, and when I've been in my masculine energy, that's just doing everything because I've had to play both roles before. So when you say that, um I want to know, like, the definite meaning of what you're saying, because there's a different kind of masculine energy that women are putting that out there these days than the masculine energy compared to when I was just doing what I had to do. Like, as far as playing both roles.
So yeah, I get what you're saying on that. What I mean by masculine energy is when you're in a relationship, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of masculine energy where you want to help and provide and everything, but you shouldn't be the sole provider in a relationship. It's supposed to be him also providing. A lot of times within relationships, even in marriages, the man is not putting in enough of his masculine energy within the relationship. So let's say you said you played both roles. A lot of times when you're playing both roles, you become tired of playing both roles. You also need somebody to take care of you. It's okay for somebody to take care of you because honestly, in a relationship, you're supposed to take care of each other. So if you're always taking care of them and they're never taking care of you, why are you in a relationship with that person or even consider dating that person?
Hmm. Okay.
So that's basically what I mean. More like when masculine energy, more of like the caring part. So like women have a natural like nurturing spirit and everything. We're natural taking like we naturally want to take care of people. We have like nurturing aspect, but taking care of people has its level, and a lot of times men have their own nurturing aspect, but it's more dealing with providing when it comes to things. And if he's not providing, like what is he there for at this point? He's not nurturing you at this point. He's not taking care of you. You're taking care of yourself and him. That's not a relationship.
Hmm.
So you're
So,
living more in that masculine energy because you're taking care of both.
so have any of us on the panel experienced that before?
No, I experienced just having to be in my divine feminine and masculine, but basically being taken care of at the same time. So I understand what she's saying as a entirety, but um, like he provided, but he was lacking emotion.
Mm.
So now I'm in the business of mastering my emotions, and I'm
Mhm.
not even focused on dating at all. I'm not saying that I don't want to. I'm just saying that it's not my focus. I'm trying to maintain and master my emotional intelligence.
I understand that. I definitely do. Tanya Parker in the chat said she wears skirts to work to balance where many of her colleagues wear pantsuits. How do y'all feel about that? I'm pretty. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I would need to dress a certain way to balance things out. I guess I would have to, like, I guess Tanya, I would need a little bit more insight on that as to what type of balance you're providing when you're doing that.
So what is your insight? So as you IsmIsMe, what is your balance? What is your state? What is your place? Do you wear pants or do you not?
I mean, I wear pants, I wear skirts, but I never ever really think of it as doing it in a setting where I'm needing to bring balance. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to ask, like, what a little bit more insight with that. Like, I don't feel like how I dress should determine the energy in the room, I would say.
So how is it a question for somebody outside of you answering the question for you then, right?
Well, no, I don't need her to answer the question for me. I just wanted to see her point of view, her perspective of why she feels like she does that to where the balance. She said it's something about the tightness between the legs and the looseness of a skirt. So you're saying you're bringing balance to yourself. Okay.
No, what I'm saying is, how do we constantly, because you think about the conversations that has been portrayed, right, across the land.
Right.
And everyone is bringing their perspective or trying to force their perspectives onto others, right?
Right.
How are we sitting in anyone's perspective of us to say that we need to sit there? Are you going to sit in my perspective to say that my perspective is that what it is for you?
No.
Yes or no?
No, but my perspective could also resonate with yours, and it could be a correlation between the two.
Okay, so hold up. Let me stop you there. It was a simple question. Am I going to allow your perspective to be that for me? Yes or no?
Well, I can speak for myself. I'm not going to let anybody else's perspective be
Oh,
that.
yes or no? Just simple.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, it's okay. Okay. So, sis, we about to get some here. So it's a no, right? So mine would also be a no, sis. Let us add on.
I'm following you. Come on with it.
So mine would also be a no, right?
Right.
Okay. So within the knowingness of yourself and with the knowingness of myself, we're seeing each spectrums of self, right?
Okay.
So therefore, within the spectrum of you and within the spectrum of thee, we're gonna be able to line that shit up. That it's not gonna be a problem, because we see the spectrums, and through those light, those flashes, and hittings, we're having an understanding and an overstandings. We ain't never supposed to be lined up perfectly, never. Not until we saw the light within the self that we lined up with each other. We had to come in fucking contact. Like, how the fuck y'all don't see this shit?
Well, yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit more about that perfection.
No, it's never perfection.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is there such thing as perfection?
No, it's not. It's not, but it is. It's not, but it is.
It's not, but it is.
Yeah.
Now we gotta play with that a little bit. What you mean? Now come on with it. It's not, but it is. What does that mean?
Well, what does it mean to you?
I would say so. Okay, for an example, in a relationship, I would say that.
No dick in the pussy. No, because relationships boil down to fucking. I mean, real shit. And I don't want to be blunt.
Wait a minute.
No, real shit. Like, no, stop it. Because that shit gets distorted. Because people, through their indoctrinations, think it's about sex. And the sex is the ultimate and be-alls. Like, listen, you can fuck the shit out of me through my mentalities and your mentalities, and we connect on that verbiage. The fucking body ain't shit when it comes to that motherfucker.
Okay, I can feel you on that. So you do that.
Well, most people don't.
I mean, but most, that's a sapiosexual type of thing we talking about. Then,
it's not sexual. It's not really sexual.
No. When I say sapiosexual, meaning that a sapiosexual person is a person who is stimulated from intellect. You can talk to me, and I'm attracted to that.
Hell no, ain't no sexual.
No, it's
No,
not.
I'm a sapiosexual.
No, hell no. No, the verbiage of that bitch is fucked up. I am not no sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual.
Yeah,
I am not no sapio. No.
You're not turned on by intelligence, grateful.
No, hell no. I am the gratefuls of the thankfuls of the
Okay.
Because listen, the verbiage fucks me up. Sapiosexual. Now taking my fucking shit from me to tell me that I'm supposed to always be that to you, and you ain't that to me. The set on myself. How the fuck you think it will set on my shit and my being, and if I ain't sitting with myself? Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, well, grateful.
Nah, I ain't playing with this.
Let me just say this.
I ain't no playing with the sentence and the synthesis of
Let
anything.
me say this before I move on to this comment that Empress made in the chat. I am definitely a sapiosexual. Intellect turns me on. Intellect makes me feel some type of way. Intellect attracts me to a person. It can be male or female. If you have intellect and you can talk to me, you have dialogue, and you're able to have a conversation, and we're able to converse, that does something for me. Like, it definitely does something for me. Empress, you asked, can one be masculine and feminine and be complete? But isn't that what we are? Isn't that what we are already, though?
I think everything is masculine and feminine. Plants, everything has both aspects of both.
I can agree. Everything has duality. Everything has a dichotomy to it, and everything has polarity to it. That's how I see things. The key to it all is balance. The key to it all is definitely balance. It's definitely balance. You know what I'm saying? You have to have balance in everything. And it's sometimes, I think in the day and age that we're in, for some people, talking about balance, they automatically perceive obtaining balance as a hard ordeal, like a hard task to do. And sometimes I just wonder, how do we get to this place where we feel like having balance, which is pretty much having comfort within yourself, like knowing yourself, like truly knowing yourself, and moving in a very harmonious way in life. When do we get to the point of where we feel like that is like a difficult task to achieve?
I think, not speaking for myself, just speaking in general, I
Mhm.
think that it's a difficult task when you have all these distractions controlling your frequencies and you're not even aware of your powers. So you get distracted by things that consume your mind, body, and spirit. So when someone comes to say balance and it irritates something in you because you haven't been balanced, then that's only because you're comfortable with being uncomfortable.
And we're stirring the pot right now. Let's go.
Well, that's I'm glad that you brought up the mind, body, spirit thing. So I have this thing about words and how we say things, and I came to a conclusion a while ago that we were saying that wrong. We always say mind, body, spirit. We're literally, if you think about it, we are literally programmed to say mind, body, and spirit in that order.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it should be spirit, mind, and body. Because when you align and balance your spirit, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything else falls into place. The mind-body connection falls into place. But if you're continuously trying to control your mind and you're going to have what we call cognitive dissonance, it is going to be a difficult task to balance that out first. Because we're not doing it in the right order. That's my opinion and perspective on that. I feel like it is spirit, mind, and body. You elevate, you balance your spirit and your energy, and then your mind and your body follows. And for me, that's a true trinity for me. Spirit, mind, and body.
So your spirit, mind, body. Well, for me, it's the spirit. In the aspect of that their planes want to be here with me and they're side with me, but it's actual for me a soul. You know, I am of this. I am of this existence, right? Even though I know within this existence, this bitch has pretty much attempted to take that I was through my givenness of this plane, of the sin, the planes, and knowing what it was going to give me, but I still put myself in it. If that makes sense, right?
Okay.
So, what is it that how and or what is it that we should be doing now?
I feel like that is a very broad question because I feel like there's a lot you should be doing right now.
And I don't want to bring up the money aspect. Money is not a factor for me.
Right.
It like fuck the coins, people. Like I know it's a fearful state. Nobody wants to be on the streets. Nobody wants to not be in their bed. Nobody wants to not have whatever they got for one another. But if that's the mindset of us, the fuck bitch, we forever sitting here. And I'm saying to all bitches, including myself, we straight bitches there. Same, it's just plainly put. We forever bitches. If we can't sit on the street to see ourselves, to be that we are not on the fucking streets. That simply means the motherfucker, you do not care about your own fucking child. It's simply plain to put, like, the fuck, we ain't gotta go on days. We ain't gotta goddamn do none of this shit. It's a simply plain to put, the motherfucker, we ain't never gave a fuck about one another ever. Fucking ever.
So how do we change that, Grateful? How do we change it?
How the fuck I'm gonna tell you this if I'm speaking of me? I can't give you a goddamn thing. I can't give you shit.
If you can tell me how to change yourself.
I can't give you a motherfucking goddamn thing. Don't ask me to give you nothing that you don't want for your fucking self.
Some people want it, but they don't know how to obtain it. And if you
I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say it again. Fuck you looking at me. Fuck me. I don't exist in your motherfucking plane. Motherfucker, you exist in your own motherfucking shit that you want to give yourself. Like, that's the problem with you sons of bitches. You fucking over here looking for a fucking superstar and this shit. Motherfucker, what the fuck are y'all really doing? Like,
what are you talking about, Grateful? So let's bring it down some. I feel your passion and your fervor for what you're saying.
You said my fervor?
Yes.
What's the fervor?
Your concern.
No. What is a fervor?
I'm explaining it to you as I'm talking. I feel
no. Sis, please. You said a fervor. What is a fervor?
I feel your compassion. I feel your intensity in this. I feel where you're coming from, right? But I need more clarity. Like, why you speak with such aggression? Like, what pains you about it?
Am I speaking my aggression to you?
No, I don't feel like it's directed towards me. I hear the aggression. I'm never gonna think it's directed towards me. Why would it be? You know what I'm saying? I'm not angry at you. You're not angry at me. But you have that aggression and that intensity in your voice. So I'll ask, where does it come from? What pains you? What makes you feel like that?
Well, first and foremost, I don't have any pain. Secondly and thirdly, if I'm speaking in this way, and the tone may appear to be loud, if the verbiage that I speak for thyself is speaking to you in a certain way that you're wanting to ask me a question about that I am, and the way that I speak for only and simply for self, then you have no right to ask me about self. In any
but
of my verbiage,
you said you're saying self, but your question was, what is it that we're supposed to be doing?
You said, I said, well, oh, okay. So when I say this simply that we are supposed to be doing, right? She just simply stated to me, within my loudness, within my so-called aggression, how is that, proper coming across to you all? And then also speaking of me wanting to build, right?
Can I add on, Grateful?
Yes.
Okay. She said fervor, but maybe passion is like, because when you get to the point when you're motherfuckering and don't know why we don't get it, it could come across as like you're bothered or aggravated by it, but it just also could be your passion. That's what I wanted to add.
And just know, goddesses on this panel, it's all in love. Grateful. Any questions I'm asking at any time, it's all in love. It's only because I'm a very empathic person and I feel what I feel. I'm not always right, but I'm not always wrong either. And I'm okay with that. You are very passionate about what you talk. And basically, I'm telling you, I understand that passion. And I'd like to know more of it. I would like to know more about it. I'd like to really understand completely about your passion, about the intensity of where it comes from. I mean, I've listened to you. I've paid attention to the things that you said. I've listened to you. One night you said a lot. You said how you were doing this thing and you've been walking this path for such a very long time, and it finally felt good to be in a space of like-minded people that felt the same way. And so I could be wrong when I said that there is pain there. So I do apologize about that. I'm okay with being wrong, but I guess I mistook the statements that you made prior to tonight as that, with my own assumption of thinking like that must have been something that must have been kind of lonely to have a thought process and a mindset that was very much elevated at the time that you were starting off in your journey, and maybe people were not accepting you of it or accepting of it from you. So from me to you, I'm just giving you my heart and my words to say that I'll walk with you, and I'll walk with you in love.
I did want to ask about are there parameters, or like maybe there should be, because I think Grateful said you should not ask me that. You have no right to ask that question. Are there some things that I didn't understand that, Grateful, if you could elaborate. Grateful.
You still here with us, Grateful?
Oh yes, I was here. I was listening.
Oh, Attention is Goddess had asked you a question. We didn't know.
What was that? What was that? What was the question?
When she was asking you, because you guys do know that this language was designed for confusion. It's designed so that we cannot communicate. So that every time stuff goes left, it's not because of intention, it's people communicate differently. And that's okay. I think when she said there was hurt or pain, and you told her you have no right to ask me that question. So I wanted to ask you, Grateful, should we lay down parameters? Are there things that we should not be asking one another? I want to know, is there
Well, I'm gonna say this. Don't nobody ask me shit. Figure that shit out for your motherfucker selves. Don't ask me nothing about nothing that ain't for you. But if you ain't applying to nothing for you, then a motherfucker, I ain't a part of you. I speak that I speak, and if you don't get it, ain't for me to get to you to get to you. Period.
so
Then
no
jump on that
question?
shit. Motherfucker, I'm goddamn dancing out this motherfucker. Like, stop playing with me. Period. Because if you play with me, you're playing with yourselves. Get your own verbiage for yourselves, people. Like, this is the problem. Like, listen, we all speak a certain language in a certain verbiage to one another. But that no one can give you anything that you are not to you. Now, if you a fucked up ass motherfucker, then that's just what you are. But if you want to be in any placement of self, then give yourselves that. The fuck is simple. Your bitches is looking at books. Your motherfuckers is out here. So all this
How you ladies doing tonight?
Oh,
How you ladies doing tonight? How are you ladies doing tonight?
fuck is going on?
I'm loving the show. I'm loving the show. How you doing, Ism?
I'm
Good. You're killing them.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just trying to figure out.
No problem.
going on?
Let me. Can I give you some pointers? Because I'm backstage. Let me give you some pointers. You got.
I think I know the pointers you're gonna give me, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. With Grateful, you got to be able to speak a language. Her language is and it's something that we really don't want to do. So you just got to tell her sometimes. Shut up!
No, please don't.
I'm fucking with you. Grateful, take a breath, sis. You're Grateful. You got a lot of stuff on her mind. So I salute Grateful, and I appreciate Grateful as well.
We all do.
Same time, you just got to tell her, hey, you take a breath for a second. Hey, tell her take a breath and Chill out. Woosah, girl. Woosah. I'm out of here, ladies. Y'all have a great night. I'm loving the show. You know what I'm saying? And let us know if any men can attend. I'll stay my ass in the back. I'm sorry. Bye.
Much love, Cut. Much love. And grateful. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. Like I said, this is all in love. This is a safe space. This is a safe space.
I just want to say, I can identify with parts of Grateful's personality. When she snaps like that, I used to be like that. And the reason why I'm just talking about myself, Grateful, the reason why I used to go off like that, because people will judge you for having your wisdom, and then you'll feel like that you're wasting all your energy for something people have never experienced. So the word might not be pain for her. It might be passion with trauma. That's what trauma does to you.
Darling.
Well, that's what trauma did to me. I used to snap just like that.
I wanted to make sure you correct that. So don't say grateful. Tell your trauma.
Okay. Namaste.
Okay.
It used to be my problem. But what I learned was no matter how much truth you put out there, no matter how much you try to go outside yourself, it won't work because it starts within. Mm-hmm. And what's for you is for you, and it may not be for everybody at that given moment.
Right. And another thing we might want to keep in mind is everybody ain't connected to self. Most people spend most of their lives creating a persona that ain't got nothing to do with who they really are.
Come on,
and they don't want to be with themselves. They don't want to be by themselves. They must be distracted, entertained.
That's right.
Everybody hasn't made it to where Grateful is, where they can sit with self. They don't have that. We may all be in the same place, but we're not. We're not. Everybody is wherever they are on their journey. And I understand how it could be frustrating, when you get to a place where you realize any answer for you is going to come from you. Everybody isn't there. Most aren't. Most are not. Most need a source. Most haven't lived enough life experiences. People get into these routines from the time they're infants, getting dropped off at daycare. And then they matriculate through elementary school and middle school, high school, college, grad school. And it's a routine. So they know what they know. They really know what they know, but that's all they really know. So if we stick to, I don't know, I like the idea of a safe place. I like the idea of offering each other grace. And if somebody doesn't understand, can we figure out a way to communicate with each other? Because if the stuff hit the fan, if we have to start jumping up and down and making signs, we gonna figure out how to talk to each other so that we can survive. So
That's
we
right.
can figure out how to talk to each other so that we can build. For the most part, I think people of this community, in this community, are trying to get somewhere and do something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard when your entire worldview is just shattered. Everybody can't take it. It's a process. Look at, I never had a worldview, and I'm still what you could consider upset about this scam that they've been running. As long as I've been on the planet, I couldn't identify it, but I knew it wasn't right. But most people don't get in and just conform because that's what their parents tell them to do. We've been instructed to listen, to obey, mind your teachers, do what you're told. So then we grow up, and now somebody's telling you something that is completely contrary to everything that has been downloaded in your computer. And it don't compute.
That's right. That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? If people jump off bridges, these folks find out what it really is, and they can't stand it. It's more than they can bear. And everybody has had different life experiences. You know, some people have had terrible things. Some people have had wonderful life experiences, but nobody escapes the matrix unscathed. Nobody. No matter what your philosophy is, your mindset is, your religious, it doesn't matter. You've been got at one point or another. And being got every single day. They work 24/7. That ought to tell you something. But as far as our ability to communicate with each other, that is like what I struggle with. You know, because everybody doesn't communicate the same, and it's important to me I want to know what it is you're trying to convey. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what the words are. I'm trying to get to what because I can feel it. I'm looking for the confirmation so that I'm not assuming it.
That's right.
And if we could just give each other the space to be wrong, dead ass wrong, all the time maybe. But we ought to be able to inquire. If we don't have an understanding, and we shouldn't be concerned about being judged or being criticized. You know, we can get back to the matrix if we want to be torn down, but to come together, this is for building, like literally. I wanted to ask you, Ism, if at some point or another, you and Chief and EJ Cuttack could set up a Zoom for us, because there's a few little things. I mean, they're not long, but you can't really be watching them and cheering them here. You know that, we could share with each other.
Most definitely a consciousness goddess. My goal for this is to keep this going, to build on this, to grow on this, to actually a part of my ideal was for us to eventually get to the point to where we're meeting on Zoom. It was something that I was going to suggest and ask via email, actually after the show, to say, hey, are we okay with meeting like once a week on a Zoom to discuss and build things, as well as come on the panel like we're doing now to build. This is my goal, because this type of situation right now that we're having, this experience right now, which is a beautiful experience, is the very reason why we need this. Is the very reason why I want this. Is the very reason why we should be doing this. And like I said, I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful that is happening. I'm thankful for everybody that's in the chat. And I'm just thankful for you ladies being on the panel with me and accepting my offer to be here and to share and build with me. I'm very grateful, very. And no pun intended.
My pleasure.
Oh yeah. I see a couple of people in the chat. I got Smoke Signal and Lou Era Grassroots in the chat. Salute to you guys. Salute to Master Dre. Gina Sister. Salute to you, sis. Salute to Ghetto Child Clinic. Kayshawn, the Confederate Don. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. We're here building. We're just talking. Ladies, if we could just go around one time and say who we are. We don't have to go into anything heavy, but just for the chat, so that they can know who's talking and who they're listening to for the newcomers.
Peace to the chat. This is Empress Goddess Namaste.
Peace and almighty power to the American Aboriginal, the Attentionist Goddess.
This is grateful. The vibrations of the things that you are, the things of yourself, within the vibrations of self, which brings greatness to self. As you put it in, you give it out. As you get it out, you get it in. Vibes.
High volume.
Peace. Who else we got? Daisha. I'm gonna talk for Daisha. I think she stepped away. So we also have Daisha Benson in the chat, and of course I am IsmIsMe. And welcome everybody to the Aboriginal Women's Wednesday, ladies' night out tonight. We're just building here and just talking about different things when it comes to the perspective of women, of Aboriginal women. But back to what you were saying, Attentionist Goddess, about the Zoom. I am more than happy to do that. And I would love for everybody that's on the panel right now to be able to join me. And if you guys if you ladies are willing to do that, it's already done.
Well, that'd be great.
I'm also gonna drop the link in the chat. I know that Genesis Star is in the chat. I want to know if you want to come up, Goddess, and share with us. And ladies, Smoke Signal had a request wanting to be a guest speaker. I don't know how we feel about that. How we feel about that?
Of course.
Oh, I'm jumping down. I'm jumping down. I ain't got time for smoke. Not just playing.
So I just dropped the link down there. Smoke, as long as you're not bringing too much smoke, okay? It's all love. It's all in love. It's all in love.
That's right, because I ain't got my fire extinguisher. He ain't got no smoke anyway. I call him steam signal.
Oh, wow. Steam signal. Okay, Smoke. Is that a new name for you? Steam signal. Okay. I like it. I like it, Empress. See, that's why I like you. That's why I like it. For sure. So now, Attentionist Goddess, I am not in any way wanting to bring up anything that you don't want to talk about, because I know that are you okay with me saying that you had expressed to me you didn't want to discuss the video clip that I shared, right?
Oh no, I don't have anything. That was horrific.
Yeah,
that was horrific. No, I'm not. I don't have anything.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
Can I be honest with you? That was my very first time ever seeing that.
I never saw it. I heard it. They played that.
Really?
And so yes.
I never heard it. I know that this man was murdered, but I never I never did any type of partaking with the energy of it, like watching the video or not even knowing what was said. So Alabama, shout out to Alabama. We were having a conversation one day, and he told me that was something that he felt like needed to be talked about amongst the community, amongst women, looking at this little girl comfort her mother. And I honestly, it was so profound. I'd never witnessed it before I saw it. It was so profound to me. I had no words. I had no words to express how I felt about what I saw and what I heard.
She told her mother not to cuss so she wouldn't get shot. I mean, the fact that a baby. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand. And I'm hoping though, on a later date, maybe we could just be a little bit comfortable with being uncomfortable with it and talk about it. That is my
personally. Or are you talking about the panel?
No, the panel.
Yeah, no, you guys go ahead. Oh, no, I'm not. I don't think you should not discuss it. I just didn't have anything to add. That's all I was saying.
Okay. Well, ladies, what did you have any input about the video clip?
Hold up, pardon me. What video clip?
The video clip that I included in the email that I sent.
Oh, okay. What about it, sis?
So I just wanted to know what were like maybe your thoughts on it. Like I said, Alabama had presented it to me a while ago, saying that he felt it was profound to me. Like I'm serious. I'm being serious about it. I had never saw it before. I had never saw the little girl, how she comforted her mom in the back of the police car and telling her, she was like, I'm here for you. Like I'm right here. I'm here with you. Like giving her comfort and solace during the time of Philando Castile being murdered by the police. And she has to be no more. She was like 4 years old.
So what was your thoughts on it?
That was the thing. I had never saw it before, and I was speechless a little bit. About it. I was speechless.
So what was your thoughts on it after your speechlessness?
The fact that a child that young being that strong and comforting her mom in a time of like terror, and having to have that mindset of concern, of that type of concern for her mother, to know that like I don't, like she told her, she said, don't yell, don't curse, because I don't want you to get shot, basically.
So how do you know that verbiage or that presentation was proper to you?
For me, it wasn't.
I'm asking a question. How do you know that imagery was what the imagery was?
I don't know. That was my first time experience.
Exactly. So how do you place yourself? So how do you place that imagery on yourself? So I would like to ask this question, sister. Someone told you this is what it was, knowing that if they also told you that you was a fucking slave, right? They also told you that you wasn't shit. So then, after you told yourself you was some shit, they're bringing back a different aspect to your ass to place your baby in front of you to tell you that your child is what it is to see the light of you. How do you be that you are seeing and knowing the fuck shit is placed upon you? No longer am I going. Why the fuck are we asking these people this? How the fuck are we asking fucking questions?
Because there are a lot of people out here grateful that need to know.
No. I don't give a fuck. No.
It's okay.
You don't care. No.
You have the right to feel how you feel, grateful.
And them children need to get themselves together. Because if you don't, you will
definitely have that right to feel that way. You definitely do. But however, you being the individual person as you speak of all the time and being one with yourself, you should be able to understand that some people out here, they need that discussion. Some of us are not. Some of us are asleep. Some of us are not aware.
Well, at this point, it's 2022. It's 100 trillion million $100 years. Understand me. It's 100 million trillion years. Motherfucker, you and me, your talent years. That you gonna constantly put my people in the talent years. then I'ma sit in the verbiage of your Charlie is. Nigga, fuck my motherfucking people. Fuck this fucking bullshit. I'm killing all my people. I'll sit in my bullshit. I ain't never dealing with this shit no more, bitch. And if I gotta take myself out, bitch, you're going out, bitch. It ain't no more plans, and you're going plans. Don't fuck around with my shit, bitch, because you're going plans. That's what the shit is. Sit on that shit, bitches. And I fucking digress. And let my sister speak.
You digress. I appreciate you, Grateful. I appreciate all that you bring to the table. But just know that, like Tanya said, it's social programming. All of us are not able to escape the social programming. Just like our conscious goddess said, we all have been saved by the matrix. And that is what this build is for. That is why we're here. We're here to help others who are stuck in spaces to come out of those spaces, to see things a little bit clearer, to see the fact that a 4-year-old girl is comforting her mother because they both witnessed a murder. And the world is watching it. And we're desensitized to it. And that wasn't enough for them to fucking start Armageddon to say this shit has to end. That is the reason why we are here. The things that we are witnessing in our face, up close, up front, in person, is not enough to make us get up and do something. It's not enough. And so that's the problem. That is a problem. And we need to figure it out. And yeah, we've been trying to figure things out for a very long time, but the time is now to figure and do.
Do you know why it's not enough?
And like,
you know why we're still at the point where we're watching the news and, you know, we're tapping into our emotions. Do you know why it's not enough for us to say enough is enough?
I'm listening to you. Come on with it.
It's self-infliction first. It starts in the home first. We do it to ourselves first, you know. So we have large groups of our people that's desensitized only because they've been traumatized, and it's generational curses. So it's a normal thing. So you become to where it won't be ever enough because it has happened over and over and over. But it starts with us.
It does. And I have a thing I like to say a lot. Our people, we are codependent on pain. It's a codependency. It's like a drug. Nothing's good unless we got a little bit of pain going on. That codependency is everywhere. We get shots of it daily. And we just carry on like that, just being codependent on the pain.
Hi, sisters. I walked away. What are we speaking on?
No, we were just still discussing what we left off with you, and I just was basically telling people that our people, we're codependent on pain. That's my thought on a lot of it. Why it's not good enough for us. Why it's not enough for us to actually just do something. We got a smoke signal in the building, and we got Copper Firestarter in the building. Welcome, and peace. Welcome to Ladies' Night, Aboriginal Women's Wednesday.
First and foremost, that is the contingent one, and then contingents besides the contingents. Who is that?
We got Copper
Persona.
Fire Starter and Smoke Signal in the building. What you call them? Namaste, Steam Signal.
Yeah, Steam Signal. That's his new name.
Salute,
Oh,
salute.
Salute.
What up, Smokey? Nah, just
Nami. I see you gather your berries. You're doing pretty good up here tonight. I'll commend you as well as the rest of you ladies. Even you grateful with your aggressive ass nature. If you go ahead. Miss Copper Firefox, I haven't heard you speak of it as of yet. But look, I have a side issue that I'd like to bring up, purely off topic, which concerns DJ Cut with Cheap Holiday. For the most part, you niggas been missing in action, and I've been meaning to put a APB out on y'all ass for abandoning.
Hey,
the
look,
damn
first
city.
of all, let me stop you, Smoke Signal. This is not about Chief Holiday. This is about the Aboriginal Women's Wednesday. What are you contributing to our build? Thank you.
I was getting around to it. I just wanted to voice
She digressing.
Right, I just wanted to voice that one concern. Now, as far as you ladies go, I appreciate what y'all got going on up here tonight. You know, it's like candlelit. It's like a candlelit discussion. It's very relaxing. It's very soothing. I'm picking up quite a few gems. I even appreciate the way y'all interacting with each other, if I do say so myself.
Thank you, God. Thank you for that. We appreciate you.
Hey,
and this is Ladies' Night. It's Aboriginal Women's Wednesday, but of course, this is also for the goddesses and the gods. It's to bring balance to everybody.
Right. Because, once we start an Aboriginal Brothers Monday or whatever it's called, Aboriginal Gods Monday, it'll be a separation.
That motherfucker would.
Hold on. Listen, I got a quick question. I'm off the panel because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for the sisters feeling comfortable with expressing their truth on the information and pushing for truth and for claiming who they are and standing up for their identity and their people, their ancestors. But I got a quick question for all y'all on the panel. When did y'all come into the YouTube Aboriginal information? Or who brought y'all in? Where did it all start for y'all? Do y'all know what tribes that y'all are linked to? And do y'all have any Aboriginal information to share upon that? Anything y'all have learned that y'all found interesting? So it's a two-part question. When did y'all get into YouTube Aboriginal?
Let's make the two-part question. First and foremost, are you born within the being that you are from your lands? So whatever aspect of the Americas that you come from is the first part question that he's asking. What are you born from, and where you come from? That's right.
Grateful.
The first, right?
Is that
No. My first. Yeah, it is. It's me. But my first part question is, hey, what's up, y'all? Peace and honor to y'all. But my first part question is, when did y'all discover the YouTube Aboriginal information? What was the first channel? Who was the first people y'all heard? And what effect?
Jane Calloway in 2020.
I ain't
Hold
nobody
on, one mic at a time.
Nothing on no YouTube. Wait a minute, stop yourself in your breath there. I've never discovered nothing on no freaking YouTube, my darling.
If you will,
I am from Greensboro, North Carolina. Like, I'm not playing with y'all folks. I'm not sitting around on no freaking thinking, I'm on YouTube. I need to cover myself. I need to do this. I'm highly fucking protected. I'm not playing with you people on this fucking bullshit. Like, I don't know what y'all do, and y'all.
But if you will, Grateful, I will answer that question for you. I can go first.
Then I'll go after you.
Okay. I literally was never told as a child that my family ancestry went back to slavery. I only learned that in school and was conditioned in school with it. I almost forgot my upbringing. So I always knew the truth, but again, conditioning, being watered down, being in the system, just that whole whitewashing, you stray away from it. Sort of like how you should, if you were a religious person, you stray away from religion. However, my brother brought me into this community. I've only been a part of this community for about, I would say 3 months. So I'm still new in this. I'm still a baby in this and still growing in this. However, it was not a difficult task for me to adhere to because I was always taught and told who my ancestors were and who I was and who I am.
Okay, so you said Dane Calloway was the first person you heard bringing the
Hell
information?
no. I didn't listen. I don't do mainstream, so I didn't even know who Dane Calloway was. I didn't even know he was a person or a thing of this type of situation until coming into this community. And my brother always, he'd give me the rundown on things, give me a little bit of background history, so I wouldn't just be completely, dumb to what was going on as far as this community goes. I didn't know who he was. I mean, I knew that my grandmother, from word of mouth, told me that we were Cherokee. I knew my grandmother spoke French to me at home. I knew that was on my father's side, and I know that my grandmother on my mom's side is Choctaw. You understand? So
right.
That's why it's not hard for me to digest.
Yeah, I understand. Everybody on the panel was told when they was younger that they were, Indian or they were a specific tribe. I understand that. That's why I phrased the question a specific way. Who was the first YouTuber or YouTube channel that you heard spitting this information? I'm not saying that you didn't learn this from when you were younger at all. I was asking who were the first YouTuber that you heard spitting this information. It's not a disrespectful claim. It's not anything. It's just a specific question.
No, I don't feel disrespected at all. It was here on this channel. Like I said, my brother, I came here by way of my brother, and I heard information here.
Bullshit.
What do you mean, grateful bullshit? Explain.
Like maybe sister, it was for you that you heard aspect of you being that you were of an Aboriginal woman or whatever. Like, come on, my man, cut the crap. Like, oftentimes I don't give a fuck if it's your man's and I'm your woman and I say a certain verbiage to you and you're interacting with me and I say something to you, but we don't never disrespect one another ever, right? We're simply should be more than providing the greatest of anything to each other in all mannerism. There's no harm in it's my man to give to me. It is me being his woman to want to provide him a homage or hurting aspects. Get the fuck out this fucking the Pleiades, the plagues of the projections that this fucking they place on your mindsets. And what the fuck is you giving your fucking people your own mindsets and your children?
Peace, Miss Grateful. How you doing?
Hey, I'll holler at y'all later. Anybody else? Any other woman on the panel can answer that question?
Hold on,
Yes, sir.
Tasha's goddess was next, but let me just welcome Jenna Star to the panel. Welcome, goddess. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you.
Now, Miss Grateful, I know you have that strong Libra energy. I feel you. But we're interested in hearing the other people on the panel as well. We already know, Sister Grateful, you ain't playing no games. So we would love to hear everyone's perspective.
Attentionist Goddess, I think you were next for the question. I think she may have stepped away. So did anyone else want to answer the question? Empress Namaste? Gina? Did you
well, I've always knew I was an Indian, but I didn't know that it went deeper than that it goes. I didn't know how far the rabbit hole went until I heard Chief Holiday on Bro Sanchez channel. You know, and when I heard Chief Holiday say, you know, about this Aboriginal information, that's what made me start looking into it. But I'm not the type of person like to go by like a teacher, a lecturer, a person putting out the. I'm like the person that I go within and then I follow the information that follows me. Like I go deep into the research myself, and I did my genealogy. So like, yeah, I heard the term Aboriginal and some things about the architecture and stuff like that from Chief Holiday. That was the first time I heard it. And then they had the awards or whatever. That's when I started coming around.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I learned about the Aboriginal community on YouTube in 2020, and I first saw Dane Calloway, and then Cootie Mayos. And then somehow I got to the Heiress, and then Big Aboriginal Power. And that was in 2021. That's how I learned about the YouTube Aboriginal community. I never knew it existed.
Okay. So through your journeys of this, you know, tapping into this sector of this community, how did it make y'all feel? Because when I discovered information a couple years ago on YouTube, like I walked on this land way more with a healthy pride, my head held up high. I felt like I was walking on my land with power because it was mine. But before I knew about all of this stuff, I didn't step the same. But now coming into this information years ago, I stepped way more stronger. So has this information benefited y'all in any type of way? Like have y'all been through anything learning this information? And what information that has grabbed y'all attention to that y'all want to share? Is there anything that y'all learned that y'all want to share that y'all can reiterate? I don't care if people know it already. But
I would just say know who you are, because if you know who you are, then you can create your reality. Ever since I came into this information, from already being on my journey all my life, it just fit with the puzzle, the missing pieces to the puzzle. So now that I know that I wasn't a slave and that my ancestors actually were from this land and helped build this land, then no one can tell me what I can't do. I can't even tell myself what I can't do. I just do what needs to be done.
Well, I can definitely say it's very empowering to learn this information. Even being told as a child, like I said, I was whitewashed after that, conditioned in school, in the system. So coming back into the knowledge and just learning new and more information, like it's hard for me to even like kind of comprise everything that I've learned so far, Copper, because it's been an overwhelming abundance of information, but it connects the dots for me. things make more sense. I don't even look at, when I watch TV, I don't even look at fucking TV the same. Nothing appears the same to me, knowing what I've been learning over these past few months. Nothing appears the same. I see everything from a different perspective. I see everything from a different lens. And sometimes it's just like, wow, is that what that was? Or is that what this is? So for me, I've gained a lot of information from learning stuff like history about the World's Fair, that type of stuff. Knowing that there was architecture here that they literally took the time to tear down just to rebuild things, to say for paper genocide, to erase us with the paper, with the building structures and things of that nature. Like, all of that information for me was very, very overwhelming. But I am appreciative to have it because it makes my lens like a lot more clearer. I see things in a whole different light. The dots are truly connected.
Well, that's quite a all things of factions have always been factions, right? So for me, it's been placed that we was ferrets. And I don't know how I know the verbiage of a ferret. I don't know. That shit just hit me. I was a ferret at some important time. Somebody look up that verbiage for me. What is a ferret?
A ferric, like FERRICK, or
no. Ferret. I don't know. That shit hit me. It's something in the aspect that we was actually the aspect of surveillance of the lineage. We was the surveillance of the lineage, and then within our lineage that we came upon this place, and we placed ourselves in this placements. We decided that we was going to accept what was going to be of the lineage of self. I don't know how this shit makes sense, but it makes sense for me. But now pretty much, like, we fucked ourselves up, people, and that's really what the fuck it is. We really did fuck our own selves the fuck up, and now we're sitting in the place that your man that you're with, and this and that, where it's a battle out this bitch on all levels. So what the fuck are we really gonna do for one another, people? At some point, we gotta stop fighting. We gotta stop fighting. We gotta stop being these people to one another. You gotta stop thinking you're the power over me, I'm the power over you. We gotta simply just say that no. We're just that we are. I'm equal, you're equal. That's the only way we're gonna solve this bitch. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bitch. If you will never see yourself, bitch, you gonna forever be a bitch. You're gonna see yourself. I can't take the cell.
Put down the hen dog and put down that Alizé. Right,
you know what?
I'm gonna leave you out with this. Sojourner Truth has a lot of Aboriginal roots, right? And if y'all look up the early pilots of Aboriginal women that were pilots, boy, it's some very interesting details going on around there, right? And I'm glad to have Aboriginal sisters like yourselves that's interested into the information and finding out, y'all true roots and spreading the truth. I'll leave y'all with that. And you know what I'm saying? Keep doing y'all thing, man. Stay strong. Let's revolutionize the game. Let's fix where this game needs to be fixed. You feel me? Any problems that's going on, let's delete that and let's transform the game to where it need to go. Let's set the path straight, right? All right, I'm out. I'll holler at y'all. The PZ, And peace,
Peace.
Empress Goddess.
Peace to you. Peace to
Namaste.
you. Much
Peace to
love,
the
guys.
panel. All right, 100. Peace out, Aunt. 1.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Right.
Peace to you. And for all the guys in the chat, thank you for joining again. We appreciate the support from you guys. I appreciate all the support from the goddesses. Thank you so much for tapping in and building with us. I'm really enjoying this build, and I'm just so happy to be here. So happy to be here. I don't want to keep us too much longer because I know it was supposed to be from 7 to 9. I know that we all have things to do, but I just wanted to take the last opportunity to just pass the mic, have everybody say something, if you will, ask a question. And again, I'm just grateful and thankful for you guys being here and building, and we definitely need to find a solution. And I feel like with a little bit of healing, a little bit of love, and a lot of discussion, we can get there. So I'll pass the mic.
Yeah, we got more time. Sis, we
I'm
have
still
more
here.
time.
I'm still here. Yeah,
No.
I just said I was passing the mic.
Smoke. We have Anthony as well, and then we also have Sis. I don't want to be disrespectful. Sis in the top right or left side.
Empress Goddess Namaste.
Pardon me, sis, but yes as well. So yes, we're gonna carry on. We're gonna carry on. So within the verbiage. Okay, so listen. We're I stay in high climates as far as hot weather, right? What's going on in the aspect of where y'all at and the weather? Are y'all getting hit with snowstorms or what's going on?
Well, I'm in Michigan, so it's actually cold as hell here. But there's no heavy snow, which I'm grateful for. I'm glad because I don't want it. I don't want it at all. I don't like the snow. I don't like the cold. But this has been it's a cold winter, but not snow. But they're saying we're going to get a storm coming in a couple of days.
I'm asking that question because you do know, as far as the media is concerned, they're putting out that all those parts up there is heavily flooded with snow, and they're not going to make it, and it's just overwhelming. So we have to talk about that aspect as well, because we don't want forced activities placed upon the people to, place them in a self of panics. Does that make sense? Because they always place, folks into a panic state. And
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. The media, that's definitely their job. They always send out panic to people instead of giving the option for preparation. And they have like the websites like FEMA and things like that give you tips to prepare, but it's something that you have to hunt and search for and figure out, instead of it just being information that you need to be prepared for certain types of things so that you won't be in fear.
Okay. So who is this? Smoke! He's there. He's not saying anything.
I guess he quiet. He don't have any contention. We got Jenna Star back, Sis Star back on the panel. Peace, sis. Peace.
Peace, love, and light, everyone.
Peace,
can
love, and
I
light.
answer the question the brother asked earlier before?
Yes, you most definitely may.
Okay.
Yes.
So who I saw first on YouTube in the Aboriginal community would be A1, Aboriginal Powers, were the first two that I, really got heavily involved in watching their videos, and I was appreciative. And Chief Holiday as well. And I learned a lot about the history. So I've always known I was, quote unquote, air quotes, Indian. Didn't know the terminology Aborigine applied to me. So I'm thankful for the community for understanding that that's a term that we hold to ourselves. So as a child, as a young one, as an offspring, on my dad's side, they're Cherokee. My grandparents both always, assured me that that's who we are and that I shouldn't be ashamed of it. Although, in the streets, everybody's calling themselves black. And my mother, on the other hand, never went for that black terminology. She would not allow me to call myself it or herself it. She said we weren't crayons. I didn't understand that as a child while she's telling me we're not crayons and white people aren't white and black people aren't black. So I appreciate she was putting, some information into my subconscious so that when I got older and I began to understand socio-political constructs and stuff, and I got it. So I'm thankful and grateful for them. My grandmothers on my mom's side, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and my great-great-grandmother, they didn't say they were Indians. I was confused. I got the Indian side from my dad, but as I began to question my grandmother, we called her Medea. When I questioned Medea one day, I think I was about 11 or 12, and I asked her, I said, who are we? And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, like, who are we? I started hearing this, I think Roots came out and all that stuff, and I was really confused. And she said, we the people of the land. I didn't understand that. That was her. That's all she ever told me. We're the people of the land. My great-grandmother, Mama, who outlived my grandmother. My grandmother passed away when she was like 90. No, she was 80 something. My great-grandmother was 115 when she passed away. So she buried my grandmother. She outlived 3 of her children. She couldn't do it after she buried my grandmother. That was her baby. She passed a little bit after that. But I got to ask her, and she got to meet some of my children. So I got to ask her, who are we? And she also said something similar. She said, we're the original people. And I didn't understand what that meant because she didn't say Indian. She didn't connect me to a tribe. So I still was confused. On my dad's side, I knew. I'm like Cherokee. I could be proud and say, but on my mom's side, but she said she didn't know anything about Africa and she ain't know nothing about no slavery. That's how she said it. My great-grandmother. And then my mom and I started doing our genealogy, and she went down south and started talking to some of her aunts who were still alive in their 90s and late 90s, and she got a lot of information from them. And the story that my great-great-grandmother told, because she was kidnapped from our people in the Appalachian tribe. She was kidnapped when she was little and trafficked to Florida, trafficked from Florida to Texas. So I'm gonna wind this story up. I don't want to be long-winded. And she said that we've always been here. So with all of those connections back to, okay, we the people of the land, we're the original people, we've always been here. It solidified me that I knew that I didn't know what tribe though. So I couldn't connect back to a tribe on my mother's side. Although, I was told the Appalachian Indians, the Arawak Indians, because that's Florida, Central America. I really didn't know. I knew that when I began to study with the Aboriginal community, and a brother that teaches here in my territory in Pittsburgh began to really break down the Great Law of Peace and how we never really called ourselves any of those tribal names, although not knocking anyone who still does, that we had our own language for what we called ourselves. So that was okay that I couldn't find a so-called tribe on my mom's side. But I knew that I was Aborigine, and I knew that I was connected to this land. So I'm just thankful to be here, and that's my little story.
Well, we are thankful to have you, sis, and we appreciate you sharing that. It's all love. Appreciate you so much. That's what we are.
No, the fuck it ain't. Because that was some bullshit.
Grateful. You cannot.
It was not bullshit. That's my story.
That's
what?
Her story,
No, the fuck it ain't.
You have your story, and she has her story.
No, the fuck. Hold up. She was. No, listen. If you was paying attention to the verbiage, every time she paused, she paused, she paused, she paused, She had a pausations within her verbiage. She
And what
kept
does that
pausing
mean?
to see
A little bit
if you was
Grateful.
gonna interrupt.
I was a
No,
little bit
fuck
nervous
that.
too.
She had a
Miss Grateful.
pausations.
Peace. Miss
No,
Grateful, how you doing,
kept
sis?
pausing. She kept
Oh,
pausing
Yes.
to see
Miss
if you
Grateful.
was gonna interrupt.
I have to know. I have to let you know, Miss Grateful.
No,
When
and
you
no.
know it is against international law to tell anybody who they are. Just like
I didn't tell nobody what it was. What I said was she paused in her trying to tell the fuck you that you were. I ain't never say nothing about her. I just simply stated she was pausing. And she kept pausing because she
I
kept
did.
wanting to wait for somebody to interrupt her. Listen,
No,
Well,
I
you
was
have to
not
play it
waiting
understand, Miss
back, play it
Grateful.
back.
interrupt
No,
me because I
Everybody
play
was
don't have
it
the
back.
spunk
Play
as you
it
have,
back.
and everybody. Miss Gina Starr, is this your first time being on the panel?
Yes, it is. I've watched all
So,
the other.
Sister Grateful, you have to understand. Some people may have stage fright or things of that nature. So you cannot be so aggressive, ma'am. We love you though.
And
Everybody is not as outspoken as you are.
let me add this, Grateful. Let me
Anthony, I don't need your love. So
let me add this,
let's
Grateful.
make this clear.
There it's okay. People can pause as much as they want and wait. And no disrespect to you, Goddess Gina Star. This is just a fact that I have to make about what this panel is about. This
All
panel
right.
is about love. This is all in love. There can be pauses, there can be stops, there can be hesitation, there can be inhibition. This is a safe space. We are not here to debate. We are not here to argue. We are here to share the love that I know that we have, so that we are able to build. We can't get caught up on the pauses and and get stagnated on the words. And I know that they're important. The words are a part of the reason why we're in this space that we're in. So that is why we need to come together to figure the things out. That's why we're here. This is all in love. This is safe space. I don't have any enemies here. And I'm not going to make any enemies here. And even if I have enemies that come here to sit with me, I'll come in peace and I'll stand in war at all times. And then I'm gonna tell you like I got told on the street, real G's move in silence. So it's all in love here. We are not here for the contention. We are here for the love. We are here for the build. We are here to grow. We are here to figure it out. And that's what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna give us about 15 more minutes, ladies, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Um, but we're definitely gonna come back to this again. We're definitely gonna come back next week to build. I'll be sending out emails. Jenna Star, if you could put your email in the back chat, the private chat, are you able to do that for me, sis?
I sure am. I'll
I
do
would
it right now.
greatly appreciate that. I appreciate everybody. Again, I appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody on the panel, the gods, the goddesses that's supporting. I just appreciate that you're here. I'm in so much love right now with what's happening because it makes me feel good. And I'm glad of it. I'm glad of it. So peace to the chat, peace to the panel, peace to the gods and goddesses. We are the Aborigine community. And of course, if you'd like to be a part of the Aborigine Streaming Network, tap in with Chief. Email chiefholiday@gmail.com is right there on the screen. We are doing great things for the year of 2023. We are building, we are growing, we are moving forward. We are making change. Change your mind, change your life. It's all about the mindset. And with that, with our spiritual alignment, we can definitely achieve that. With spiritual alignment, we can definitely be like-minded individuals and grow together and build on this energy so that we can move forward.
Absolutely. I wanted to. I think the brother asked, "What have we gained from learning who we are and
Right.
understanding?" So, in my particular situation, so I'm in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. It's called the Delaware Territory. If we want to hold true to the treaty that happened, that included this Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, and Virginia. From what I've learned, so recently, I've established my identity as an Aborigine in different venues. And so I chose a title for myself. And so I disconnected myself from the birth certificate and the social security card and the driver's license and all of those things. One day I was traveling and I was pulled over by the Pittsburgh City police officers because I have my own travel plate that is not registered with the state or anything like that. So long story short, they stole my automobile. It was towed and I was put in handcuffs. I didn't go to jail or anything. They ended up letting me go. I went to court. So I challenged the jurisdiction of the traffic court because traffic court is not a real court. And so, of course, they couldn't even hold the case there. So it went to state court. And it took 2 years. And, I spoke for myself. I didn't get a lawyer or attorney. I don't believe in those things. I can speak for myself. And so I did. And just recently won that case. The district attorney, actually, the case was postponed. They asked for 5 postponements. And eventually the judge had to finally make an adjudication. Initially, the judge was going to adjudicate the case, but when I challenged jurisdiction and I brought in Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, and excluding Indians not taxed, and I brought in some other bodies of law that pertain to the right to travel, even for citizens. I had over 100 different Supreme case rulings on the right to travel, not needing a driver's license, registration, insurance, tags, all that kind of stuff. So she said to the district attorney, well, are you ready to try the case? And he said, no, I thought you were going to try it. Long story short, like I said, I won. And the district attorney opted to do a null prosi. And a null prosi is when they want to be able to bring the case up back later, but they withdraw the case at the time. So, of course, I objected to that and stated that the case needed to be withdrawn with prejudice, dismissed with prejudice. And so that's where it stood right now. So right now I'm processing my mind, getting my mind ready to sue the city of Pittsburgh, to sue the police department and their Office of Municipal Investigations, who also exonerated the cops, even though they couldn't prove jurisdiction. So it's real when we, step into our true identity as the Aborigines. There's recourse that we can obtain.
No.
Well, congratulations to you, sis. Congratulations to you, sis, for that win.
Was hard.
And yeah, it sounds like it was trying. It took 2 years, so that was a lot that you went through, a lot of information that you had to provide, and a lot of attention.
We're fucking hurting.
Yeah, I don't want our people to hurt anymore.
Yeah, we are definitely
not be molested.
I can't do it. You know what? I swear for goodness, I'm gonna sit here tonight with y'all folks, but I can't. For me, I can't. There's no way that I'm going to go and sit myself in the dead system. The same system that fucked us.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go and reclassify yourselves in this system to say, I got a gold star. I ain't gotta have no license. I got a B star. I ain't gotta be no righteous. I ain't gotta do nothing in this system that recognize me. That's the C system. Motherfucker, they can take your system. So you ain't recognizing, so they don't recognize it. They can lay your body down and they ain't recognizing. Gather that. You say you ain't recognized and they ain't recognized and you ain't recognized and lay the body's ass. Make it make sense for yourselves. You're not a faction to me. You're not helping to that we are. I don't give a fuck about none of you bitches.
Sister Grateful, how you doing?
I'm not done. Like,
I understand.
Y'all are playing. Y'all out here playing.
But listen, we gotta keep it respectful. Some of the goddesses may take offense to it. I'm not speaking for them.
I don't give a fuck if they do or not. I'm not accepting it. I don't need to be.
Sister Grateful, calm down. I did not raise my voice at you. But I will tell you this: if I do raise my voice, it gets deep. So I'm not gonna do
So
that too.
what? So is you deep
So
in your
listen,
deep in this for yourself?
listen,
And
Sister
how you gonna
Grateful.
tell me that you can tell me that you're deep with yourself? I don't fuck with you, and you don't fuck with me. How you gonna tell me my
Now, Sister
deepness of
Grateful, are
myself?
you? I'm not, Sister Grateful. All I'm saying is keep it respectful. It's all in love. Keep it respectful.
So who are you talking to? Yourself? Because you're
No,
not
I'm talking
speaking to
to.
me. So
Yes,
you
I am,
can't
Sister
tell me
Grateful.
what I am to me.
Sister Grateful, I'm not saying about what you are to yourself. I'm saying let's keep it respectful to the other goddesses on the panel. You are
I
seeing
didn't say
vision.
I didn't listen. I'm speaking of myself, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
therefore,
I get
I'm
what you're saying,
speaking
Grateful.
of
I understand
myself.
what you're
How you
saying.
gonna tell me that I can't speak that I am to self? My like dude.
I understand what you're saying, Grateful, and I definitely understand. I'm not taking offense to what you're saying. But what Anthony is saying, that others who don't understand your speech and how you're speaking, I definitely understand what you're saying. You're speaking to yourself for yourself. So, and I definitely get that. I understand.
So here again, so is this not a part of programming?
What you mean when we
But,
assume that a person is not speaking to themselves and for
no,
themselves?
is this not a part of programming that you're telling someone that they should accept what you're telling them to be accepting of?
It definitely can be a part of programming.
No, is it or
But
is it
that's
not?
the thing.
Yes or no? Is it or
It is
is
a part
it
of
not?
programming, but
Yes
how do
or
you
no?
suggest? How do you
No,
suggest we
no.
come out of the
Yes
program?
or no? Yes
How
or
do you
no?
suggest?
Huh?
I answered you. I said it is. But I'm asking
Okay.
you, how do you suggest we come out of it? Sometimes to get out, you have to go through. Because right now,
Through what?
I
What are you going through?
understand your
What
perspective
are
of
you
wanting
going
to
through?
elevate out of something. You just asked if it was programming or not. And I asked you, what do
Okay,
you
and I
suggest we
also
come
asked
out
you,
of the
what are you
program?
going through? What is the aspect of the programming that you're going through that you say that you shouldn't hear a certain faction of a certain wording to you that makes you disrupt your thought process of you to then look at outside that bitch to tell you you're fucked up within this bitch? Come on. Fuck with me.
Microphone check. 1 2 1 2.
Microphone check.
Hey, I was in the background taking care of a little chore or what have you, but I like the testimony that the lady gave, man, about her grandmama and them telling her nothing specific, but something in general. But it made sense to me because my grandmama, all she talked about was Jesus. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like she talked about Jesus like that nigga was her brother or some shit, for real. And it was very confusing growing up as a child, not wanting to go to church, but my folks really loved Jesus. You feel me? That shit had me throwed for like the first 35 years of my life. I used to go to jail. I used to box niggas about the Bible and shit because I never really believed in that motherfucker. But my folks, they was adamant. They was adamant Christians, like the baptizing and the revivals and all the dumb shit. So when she was saying that her grandmama didn't tell her nothing in general about who her people was, like a specific tribe, yeah, I kind of went through that myself. And then I found out later that my granddaddy, mama was a full-blooded Cherokee. And how he identified as like colored or Negro or whatever was on his paperwork kind of puzzled me too. Yeah. I was like, damn, to myself, I say, damn, nigga, why you just didn't identify how your mama was? But I guess, that was systemic too. But yeah, y'all go ahead. I was just saying, I appreciated that lady testimony.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated it too. I also paid attention to how you mentioned, Jennistar, that you were told that we didn't go by these names, these labels, these titles, these tribes, things of that nature. And I feel like this is a lot of that, the words, the verbiage, it plays a part in why we're stuck, because we're so caught up on the words. We're caught up on the tribes, because it's identity. It's an identity crisis because our identities have been stolen, and we're suffering from that. And like Tanya Parker has said in the chat, it's psychological warfare against us. So we're fighting a greater demon than what some of us even care to realize, because of what has been taken from us. Birthrights, and mindset, mental state. Literally, our spirits have been broken. And we are in a war. We're fighting to come up out of that. And it's refreshing to see accomplishments like what you stated, Gina Star, to say that you've accomplished something like that, because for me it is an accomplishment.
Thank you. And I wasn't saying it because I wanted, some accolades or, to be bigged up in any kind of way. It's just my truth.
Yes.
And I stood in it. When I was in that courtroom, I was shaking.
Mm-hmm.
I was pausing a lot to get my words together, to make sure that I said what I needed to say within law, and that I didn't use connotative language that they could use against me, because every word you say can be used against you. And I knew that going in there. So, I did pause a lot, but I said what I needed to say and I won. So if pausing is something that I have to do to make sure that I say exactly what I mean, so that people understand exactly what I'm saying, then that's what I do.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we have hit the 10 o'clock hour, ladies. Again, I appreciate and love each and every one of you on the panel and the chat. I feel like this has been an informative, heartfelt, just very honest and open conversation. Goddess, Namaste. Do you have anything you'd like to add before we close out?
I just want to tell you thank you, and I appreciate the invite, and I hope we can do it again.
Most definitely, most definitely. I definitely want to do it again, definitely. I will definitely be reaching out to you ladies on email to communicate, and I also offer and extend the invitation to the other goddesses in the chat. If you guys would like to be a part of the panel, if you'd like to build with us once a week to talk about different situations and to build and to create information so that we can help one another to pass information along, so that we can move forward, so we can go through what we need to go through to come out where we need to come out.
So hold up. I walked away for quite a long time.
I'm gonna drop my email address in the chat. So anybody who wants to email me.
Is it over?
Join. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're gonna end it because we're gonna come back. This is gonna be a consistent.
Okay.
This is gonna be consistent. We're gonna meet. We're gonna talk. We're gonna build. We're gonna share the love. We're gonna share the growth. We're gonna have a safe space at all times. So I'm gonna put my email address in the chat. If anybody, goddesses, feel free to email me, and we can definitely build on this. I appreciate you all. I love you all, and remember, it's all in love. Good night.